Hey guys, it's Loves to Loom here, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make this really cute Bunnyboo bracelet. This was created by Loonieloomie on Instagram. She named it Bunnyboo. It was a nickname she actually used to call her daughter when she was a baby. I thought that was super cute. This does take about 100 bands or so to make, depending on your wrist size. By the way, if you have not checked out Loonieloomie's page by now, I will make sure to have her link in the box below because you definitely want to check her out. She has some great designs of her own and her account is just really great. Also, this was a hook-only design that she did and asked me to convert it into a 2-peg design to make it a little more accessible to our viewers. So I did do that for you today. And without wasting your time any further, let's go ahead and get started. To make this bracelet, you need 2 pins, your hook, and 1 C-clip. I do have my pins spaced out, but you don't have to do that. I just like the tension it gives. You can have them close together. You can turn it sideways and use these 2 pins, or you can use like your mini loom, whatever you prefer. I just like it like this. So the first bands that we're going to lay are going to be our connector, or the color that you're using for your connector bands. So the connector bands in this one here is the mother of pearl in there. So I'm going to use gold for that. And then as you can see in this bracelet, we have 3 different color patterns like per section. So that can help you choose. So the first thing we're going to do is grab that connector color band, which I'm going to use gold, and we're going to place it on and twist it like an infinity sign. And then grab that same color and stretch it across without any twisting. And this is just to start off our bracelet. So we're going to bring the bottom band up, creating a cap band on both sides. Just slide it to the middle and push down. And now we're going to start laying our first set of colors. So I'm going to start with my mother of pearl. And we're going to lay double bands. So stretch 2 bands across the pins, like so. And part of the bracelet, or part of the technique for the looping that I'm doing, I actually learned from watching The Cheese Thief on YouTube. So definitely check her out. She has some cool videos and she makes hook designs look much easier on pegs. So she is who inspired me to do a lot of the looping ways that I do. So we're going to grab this bottom right band and we're going to bring that up. And now we're not going to bring the bottom on the left side out. We're actually going to grab these 2 bands and bring it back to itself. Like so. Push that down. Grab 2 more bands, still using the same color. And stretch that across. And now we're going to bring up the bottom on the left side. Like so. Now this time we're not going to bring these 2 back to itself because now we need to start adding our next set of colors. So I'm going to now go to my Caribbean green, and this is also going to be laid using double bands. So stretch them across. Just straighten them out. So now we have a total of 6 bands. Or I'm sorry, we have 8 bands on the right side. And what we're going to do, you want to make sure that they're not twisted because we need to grab the 2 bands, not the very bottom 2, but the 2 directly above it. So if you're counting, it would be the 6th set of bands. So these are 2, 4, and then 6. So go above the 2 bottoms and grab the 2 on top of the 2 bottoms and bring that up. And I just don't like that to be crooked, so I'm fixing that. And now we're going to bring up the 2 bottom bands on the left side. Like so. Now that we've done that, we're going to grab the top 2 bands and bring it back to itself. Like so. So now we've added 1 set of our Caribbean green, so now we have to add on our second set. So grab 2 more bands of that color and stretch it across. And now we need to bring up the remainder bands on this pin here. So I like to grab 2 at a time because I have a hard time grabbing all 4 at once. Doesn't really matter how you do it as long as you get all of them up. Push that down. And before we bring this back to itself, we need to now add on our last color, which is going to be the pink for me. And that's double bands as well. So just like we did a moment ago on this pin this time, we need to grab not the very bottom 2, but the 2 above that. So go above the 2 bottom and grab those 2 and bring it up. And then on the right side, we're going to bring these 2 up. Like so. And now we can bring the top 2 pink back to itself. Like so. So we only have 1 set of our pink on, and we need to always add 2 of each set of colors. So I'm going to now stretch my 2 pink across. And now we're going to bring the remainder of these left bands up. So I'm going to just grab the top 2 and then the bottom 2. Like so. Push that down, and now I'm going to bring the pink back to itself. Because that was our 3rd set. So we're done adding on any other colors for that actual pattern there. So now we need to add the band that goes in here, which is that green one right here. Let me use my hook. That green one right there. So I kept the color scheme in this one. This one I did purple in the middle. So it's up to you what you want to do. I'm going to use the Caribbean green to kind of just keep the pattern color going. And that's going to be 1 single band stretched across. So once you do that, we're going to bring the 2 bands that's under that up on each pin. So the 2 bands directly under that band we just laid, you're going to bring those up and do the same on the left side. Like so. Push that down, and now we're going to grab our connector band, which is gold for me. It's 1 single band. Stretch it across. And now we're going to bring all the bottom bands up and over. So you can grab all 3 at once. I'm just going to do 1 at a time and grab that one. And it's going to be a little loose on one side, so I like to kind of even that out. And now I'm going to proceed and bring the remaining 2 up. And you'll see that they're kind of loose too. So you can just grab the bottom part of your bracelet and pull it down some. Push that down. And that is actually 1 whole little like section, 1 little pattern there. So we're going to start that whole pattern all over again. So now I'm going to start back with my mother of pearl using 2 bands. Stretch that across. We're going to bring only the bottom band up on the right side. And now we're going to bring these bands back to itself. Grab 2 more of your Caribbean or your mother of pearl. And now we're going to bring up the left side, the bottom band on the left side, like so. So push that down, because now we need to start adding our second color, which is my Caribbean green. Grab double bands. Place that on. And now we have to bring up not the 2 bottom, but the 2 bands above the 2 bottoms. So bring those up and then bring the 2 up on the left. And I'm very funny about my bands twisting, so I like to fix that as I'm going along. Once you bring those up, we can now bring the top 2 back to themselves. And now we have to add on our second set of that color. So 2 more Caribbean green. And now we're just going to bring the remainder of these bands up on the right. Like so. Push that down, and now we have to start adding on our last color for that little section. So that's pink for me. Make sure you're grabbing double bands. And now we need to bring up the 2 bands on the left side, the 2 above the bottom 2. And then these 2 on the right side. So now we're going to bring this back to themselves. Grab 2 more of your pink. And now we can bring up all of the bottom bands on the left side. Like so. And now bring the top 2 bands back to itself. So now I need to grab my single Caribbean green band, which is like that inner band in there. We're going to bring up the 2 bands directly under that band on both sides, like so. Push that down, and now grab your connector band, which is gold for me. Stretch that across, and now we can bring up the bottom bands on both sides. So like I said before, I like to do this one first, and then I proceed to bring up these 2. Like so. And that will complete 2 patterns for us. You can just kind of pull that down, and now you can start seeing the pattern forming. I think it's super cute. So I know it is kind of tricky, so I'm just going to go ahead and continue. And of course you can follow along. This is my single band. So I'm going to do this just one more time, this pattern one more time. So that is what you're going to do to make this super cute design. I hope I did it enough for you guys to figure that out. And then, of course, if you're having any hard time, you can certainly watch the previous instructions. But to close it, all you're going to do is when you're ended at your connector band here, you're simply just going to grab one band and bring it with the other band. And this is where we will attach our C-clip. And to close it up, you would simply just come around here, locate that cap band, and attach the two. I'm going to leave it open since it's so small, but I just want you to know it is meant to be worn upside down like so to get the effect of the design that she was going for. So there you have the completed Bunnyboo bracelet created by Loonieloomie on Instagram. If you have not seen her account or are not aware of her account, you most certainly want to check her out. She is fabulous and has some super cute designs as well. Also, if you like this design here, please make sure to hit the like button below and the subscribe button if you haven't done so already. So I really hope you like this, and I appreciate you guys watching another tutorial, and I'll see you all at my next video. Thanks guys, bye!